Hello and welcome. This is Escape the J Curve, episode number 29, and I am your host, Rohanag. And today I am super excited to bring this episode to you because I interview Mounir Kuskusi. And let me tell you this. I think if it weren't for Mounir Kuskusi, this podcast would not exist. You wonder why? Well, let me tell you a small story. This is around, I think, February or March 2020, and me and Mounir have a common mentor, and our mentor tells us, if you start publishing, there is no way you will not be rich or financially successful at the end of 1 year of publishing on a regular basis. So let me break it down a little bit. What does publishing mean? It means getting your content, getting your thought processes, getting your ideas across through any one of the channels. The channels could be, blogging, it could be YouTube, it could be podcasting, it could be anything. It could also be, Facebook Live or Instagram. But you have to do it consistently, and if you do it over 365 days, the bold claim of my coach, of my mentor was, if you do it for 365 days, there is no reason why you'll not be financially successful after the time period. So I picked a channel. The channel for me would be podcasting, because I figured I don't enjoy writing as much as I do speaking. And also I don't have the face for YouTube. So I decided it would be a podcast, but I did not know what the content will be about. I did not know how to publish on a regular basis. What would I talk about? What if I run out of things to say after, say, episode 7? What do I do from episode 8 to 365? So I was speaking to a few people who had started publishing, and Mounir was one of them. And I told him, Mounir, I think I'm going to do a podcast, but I have no idea what the content is going to be around. And he said, don't worry, buddy, just get started. And I think a couple of weeks went by, and I did not do anything. I did not have the simple podcast assets like the opening music or the logo or anything designed. And I think Mounir reached out to me on Facebook. He's following up with me at this point, and he's saying, dude, have you started yet? And I was like, no, I have some thoughts in my mind of what I want the podcast to be, but I am not sure if I'd be able to come up with content on a regular basis for 365 days. And he said, just do it. Just do it. Don't worry about anything. Just get the first episode published and things will start coming to you. And I went ahead and I did all those things. I created a logo for the podcast. I got the music and I launched my podcast. I launched the first episode, and it was about my beginner story, how I, this was around, I think, Diwali 2019 and what happened, and I had a huge epiphany around that time, and I just started recording on my mobile phone. I launched it as my first episode, and going back, that is still one of the best episodes in terms of listenership till date. I think it's number 2 or number 3. And so you can understand why I am so excited to have Mounir on, because without him the podcast would not have existed. And also he's also a very fascinating and inspirational human being. I think he lost about 165 pounds over a course of, I think, 12 to 18 months, and he is very fit nowadays. Can you imagine losing 165 pounds? That's like becoming a single person from being, like you were 2 people at the start of this journey, and you have become only 1 person. That's like dropping the weight of an entire person. Wow. It just, blows my mind thinking about what he has achieved. So he is very inspirational. He helped me start with this podcast. and I am going to be interviewing him today. It's a long episode, but it's a value packed and very inspirational, very motivational. If you're thinking about starting something big, making a big change in your life, this episode will definitely help you out. So listen in. It's a fantastic episode. Mounir, can you hear me?
Yes.
Mounir, welcome to Escape the J-Curve. Thank you so much for joining. And for the listeners, I think I had to fight the hardest to get Mounir on the show. Welcome, Mounir.
Hello, Rohan. Thank you very much for letting me on your show.
Absolutely.
Yes, it was a little bit rough here with the COVID, with a lot of things going on, and thank you again. I'm very happy being here with you, and I know for sure that it will be fun.
Absolutely, it will be. And the reason I wanted to have you on so badly is because you are probably the reason the show exists. I remember talking to you about a month back, and I wasn't sure how would I start the podcast, how will I go, what would be the content like, but you sort of encouraged me and inspired me to just go for it, and you are the reason that I started publishing regularly. So thank you so much for that.
I don't remember having that kind of effect, but yes, if I could help you in any way, I'm very, very happy doing that. Absolutely, and I will do it again if it's possible.
Thank you so much. And for the people listening in, can we quickly do an introduction? So where are you from and what do you do currently?
Okay, so I am Mounir Kuskusi. I am 43 years old. I am from Morocco.
43 years young.
Yes, and some friends call me I have 23 years experience being 20 years old. Something like that.
Exactly the same.
Yeah. So nowadays I am a digital marketer, and I specialize in media buying, in everything which is Facebook ads, Google ads, Pinterest, etc. Only buying ads and managing campaigns, etc. I wasn't doing that. I was doing some Google AdWords 7 or 8 years ago.
Okay.
But I'm doing it on my way right now, on my own terms, in about 18 months, something like that. I'm on myself right now. Yes.
So when did you make the shift? So I'm guessing that you had a 9-to-5 job before you started on your own, and when did you make the shift, and why did you make the shift?
This is a little bit of a story, if I may. I will take some time just to explain that.
Stories are so interesting.
Yeah, so this is me, father, husband. I have already three kids, and I was overweight. I was overwhelmingly overweight. I was overweight level 3. Mean that there is no level 4, by the way. So that I made some analytics and went to the doctor because I wasn't feeling very well. I was always tired. I had apnea while I was sleeping. It was a lot of problems. I had blood pressure, etc. So the thing is while I was discussing with the doctor, when he was seeing the analytics, everything was or red or borderline. That means even it's not bad, it's very bad. No. So he tells me, Munir, I will be honest with you. I don't want you to do something, etc. But as if you continue this way,
Yeah.
you won't get to see your kids growing.
Wow.
He told me something that triggered in me some things. Not in that moment. In that moment, I was on denial, but that sentence started to grow in me, and I was starting to do what the hell I am doing in here. I had a job. It was quite good when the things that I hadn't to do a lot of things. Yes, it was exciting sometimes, but there were no expectations, there were no evolution, etc. And I was feeling that I was drowning professionally. So my own analytics for my life at that moment was health-wise. I was thinking. I wasn't evolving, so this is not going to be better than that. So I started to make change. I need to change quickly. So I started to reduce weight, and then something started at the same time, at the same moment. Sometimes I say fate or some power out there.
Yeah.
My old boss, who I hated so much, but now I respect. Yes, I'm being honest. He told me, Munir, it was not what told me. He sent me a letter.
Okay.
He sent me a letter of mutation. So I was in a city, and 1 month later, I had to start in another city from scratch. So. But there was no salary motivation. I had already my house, my home here in my own town, and my wife also worked here. So everything started to make a kind of sense when I was shown the door, something like that. I had to quit.
Yeah.
Every sign, everything pushed me to quit, and also to do the thing that I have and I love and I want to do from day one. So that's it. So it was like a tsunami in my life. It wasn't easy because some people don't want you to change.
Absolutely.
They don't want you to. Maybe they don't want you to succeed. By the way, but I think that this is just a byproduct. But the first thing is, you make them feel uncomfortable because you have embraced the thing that to be uncomfortable with the situation that you are, and pushing forward and moving on.
Yeah, that sort of reminds them that they could do the same thing. They could take the same actions, but it sort of reminds them that they are not doing it. So it's, yeah,
or
I totally understand.
Or sometimes they find the things that you've done, even if they are really hard. They find it. Oh, it mustn't be too hard because Munir just already did it.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I don't get mad. I was getting mad. I would have been mad 2 years earlier. But right now, it doesn't bother me at all.
Awesome. So tell me something. So I think you went through the weight loss journey and building a new business at the same time, more or less at the same time. Am I correct?
Yes,
so
exactly.
That must have been very, very challenging.
Oh, yes. Not only for me, but for my family too, because my wife helped me a lot with that. Because at the same time, I was sick. I was sick because my leg hurt me so much. I had to stay home for at least 2 months. it's 10 weeks. Yes, 10 weeks. It's 2 months and a half. I had to stay at home. I couldn't work. I couldn't even run or something like that. But it was very rough. But we could manage it. Yes. The challenge, I think, it was easier with help with the help of the right people.
Okay. So tell me something. It was a very difficult time. It was very challenging. And what I found is when people generally make a big change in their life, a sort of grounding practice or a mindfulness practice like meditation or gratefulness or things like that helps immensely. Did you do any of that? Did you incorporate those habits in your life to make it through the tough time, the challenge?
So I will tell you that my eldest brother Ahmed, he sent me a PDF. He told me, oh, this not a PDF, it was a video. He told me that this guy is awesome, he will help you, etc., etc. And I said, okay, I will give it a try. And it was Joe Dispenza. Oh my goodness!
Oh yeah.
What the hell? All this knowledge I wasn't aware about that. So I started to get interested in that kind of thing, and the book Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself is amazing. It's so huge. I can't tell you something. At the same time, I was starting to do something which is very practical, which is doing more of the good things. And doing less of the bad things. So, I was making something very, very basically, very mathematical, but very basic. Is this good? Yes, I keep it. This is not good. I have to cut it, or I just cut it just like that, or I just will reduce it at the minimum bearable, minimum possible, something like that. So that kind of things, yes, they help very, very much. And meditation, I was starting to do a little bit of meditation, but I didn't stick to it a little too much, because but I found other things that are a little bit practical for me. I don't say that they are not good for everyone. I think that I have to do some more of the meditation. Yeah.
Fantastic. So, how much weight did you lose finally?
I was 160 kilos.
160 kilos. Wow.
Yes. And now I am at 85, 86, something like that.
So that's about almost like 85 kilos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost 170 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. 170, 180 pounds. That's really inspirational, man. That's amazing. Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I couldn't. Yes. So you know one thing. What funny thing that occurred me. I visited one friend of mine, and while I was entering his house, he has this big giant mirror and in the entry, and without being unconscious or something like that, I turned myself and I say hello. I said hello to myself. I couldn't recognize myself from the mirror.
Wow.
Yes, I was always overweight, and I was always skipping pictures. I don't have a lot of pictures when I was a kid. I always skipped looking at the mirrors and looking at myself. I was ashamed. Yes, I was not proud, but this is changing and changes every day. I'm already getting used to it. I'm not fully used to this new weight that I am having right now.
That is so cool. And one thing that I wanted to tell you, so all the weight loss products or get into shape products that you see online, it's mostly people who are very fit in the first place, and they teach other people how to lose weight. So I think a journey like yours should be really spread. I mean, like everybody or a lot of people should get to know about your weight loss because you have done it yourself. It's
Yeah.
not like people who have a six pack already, they get the eighth pack or something like that.
No, I don't have a six pack. No. But
Are
I
you
have a
planning
lot
to
of.
launch a digital product to help people take you through, go through a weight loss journey, probably most difficult journey they will ever be on?
Being honest, no. I
Okay.
didn't. I haven't thought about that.
Yeah.
I no, not at the right moment. I think right now I am focusing on launching a digital course, but
Mm-hmm.
about digital marketing.
Okay.
Uh, yes, but this is a good idea. I think it will be easier for me because I have to explain all the things that I have to leave, and
Absolutely.
the things that that people that are that were overweight and now they are between brackets fit.
Yeah.
They have some bad aspects that they need to face.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. I mean, you can teach so many things. For example, it's very difficult to work out. So you said that you had a problem with your leg.
Yeah.
You had some kind of a pain in your leg, and it's
Yes.
very difficult to do a workout when you have
Yeah.
pain in your leg. And
Yeah.
most people who are already fit, they have been fit all their lives, and they are teaching other people to be fit. They do not have any idea about what are the challenges that people who are actually overweight face, and this is one of
Yeah.
those challenges, being in pain, but you have to work out. So
Yeah. Yeah, Ron, you are giving me a lot of ideas. I'm right now in the car. I'm taking notes of all the good ideas that you are giving me right now. Thank
awesome.
you very much.
No, it just struck me. I think like the awesome inspirational thing that you did, it should reach out to a lot of people. They should get the message and get inspired for sure. So yeah,
Yeah. If that helps people, why not? That
absolutely,
helps
it will
people.
help them.
Yes. This is in all the businesses. If I may talk about businesses, and I think that the majority of businesses do fail because they are thinking of the things that they are selling.
Yeah,
They do not think about the things their customers are buying.
absolutely.
The most important thing is what buys the customer, what is the experience, the thing, the solution, etc., and not mostly the brand or the product by itself.
No, not at all.
Yes, and think helping people is something should be at the axis of every marketing enterprise.
So true. So true.
Yeah.
So, speaking of businesses failing, you work with a lot of businesses, I guess. You
Oh.
run their Facebook advertisement campaigns and things like that.
Yeah.
Do you see them making the same mistakes, or with how to reach out to their customers? Do they have
Yeah.
some wrong ideas about how to market?
So being a marketer, the thing is that the first thing you do is you turn off your ad blocker, because you do need to see
Yeah.
what other people are advertising right now. So, and then you try to analyze things that why have you been targeted. And most of the people, I think that there is some awareness on that there are a lot of people entering this world and entering with a wrong foot, if I may say. So they think that marketing is having a good picture and having some words written on it, and
Yeah.
click the button boost, and wow, and the sales will come. It's not like that.
Not at all.
Absolutely not. And the most important thing, that they need to do it. For in my experience, when I find it very easy to sell my products, to sell my services, to to companies or to people that they have already tried that, because they tried and they failed. And then I tell them, this is why you fail, and this is what you should do, and this is how you do it. And being methodic and very simple. We do not have to overcomplicate. I think a lot of marketers overcomplicate things, and things should be really easy. If you can explain it you need to explain it to a 5 years old child. If you can't explain it to a 5 years old child, then you don't understand it. So this is the first thing. But when I face some customers that they have the idea of advertising on social media, but they haven't tried it, or they have or just an idea that this is easy, I find it more difficult to sell them. Yes.
Absolutely, so true.
Yeah.
So tell me something. As we started off in the start of the episode, I talked about how I was hesitating to start publishing. So by publishing, I mean posting regularly on say a blog or podcast or YouTube or Facebook Live or whatever it is that you do. Just get your ideas across. And you said that it's very important to start doing it right now. Why do you think publishing is important, and why do you think that people should start right away and start building those publishing channels?
Okay, there are mainly two reasons, in my opinion. The first reason is that you don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
And then there is no way learning better than failing.
Yeah.
You need to fail. In order to fail, you need to try. And then try, and then again, and then again, and then sharpen, and so on. And then you will get better. And people, if they start following you from the beginning, and then till episode 1000, let us say, 3 years later, they will follow you. That they will follow a human being who was doing the best he can or she can, and they got better during time. They are human beings. We are human beings, and listening to other human beings. Okay.
Yeah.
So instead of being something like a parachute and opla, and then I am the best in the world. Yes, how you did that, and you cannot have a perfect voice in episode 1, nor 2, nor 20. Something for some people may take a longer time, some others less, but they need to try and test things. And I always remember the joke makers. So joke makers, how they have a really interesting technique is that they take for example 10 jokes. They tell to their friends, and they see what jokes are working the best, and they keep them. And they add others, and they testing, and always testing. They are testing. They are getting better every day, and this is it. And the most important thing, that was the first, is getting better. The second thing is that without content, without you telling people what you are doing, what you do, what is the solution, what are your values, what are your expertise, what are you doing, they won't get to buy from you. They just no, you need to educate people, you need to educate your customers, and this is so important. So this in my opinion, the two most important things. First thing is to learn, and the second one is to communicate. You need to communicate.
So this to add my 2 cents on, the second part is obviously to build a personal brand over time.
Yes.
And people get to know you. They get, they find out that you are not perfect. You have your shortcomings, but you're learning and growing, and people can learn from you and get together and build a tribe and probably do business together in the future. There's a possibility of that happening.
Absolutely, yes. This is the idea, is educating people and tell them who you are. Yes, you are not perfect. I am not perfect. Nobody is perfect. But you need to start in some point. That point can be 0 or can be 100, but you need to start somewhere. You need to start. You just need to do it and do it again, and again, and then at a moment you will find your voice, and this is really important. The voice that resonates with you and resonates with your people and resonates with yourself, with your deep self. And I think this is a blessing, in my opinion.
Absolutely. So I believe you publish on a regular basis on Facebook Live, right?
Yes. I try to do that every day. Sometimes I skip that. Yes, I have cheat days. Me too. Yes, I skip that. The thing is, and I started doing one kind of show, about 20 minutes every day. But sometimes I find it harder, and I tried to make 10 minutes, and on Instagram making some IGTVs of about 3 to 5 minutes.
What do you talk about in your shows?
Ideas that I get, problems that I have, the things that I encounter, discussions that I have with my customers. Sometimes I just in a meeting with a customer, the meeting is finished, then I take my phone and I tell, this is what I talked with my customer about that, and I told him to do this and this and that. It was like it's like a debriefing. Yes, I am aware. I do not tell the names of my customers. I have a lot of respect for them. If they let me to talk about them, I will do, but not regularly. What I say is, I always try to give a basic idea. For example, let us say, think about the customer first, or we need to publish more regularly. Why are we not on TikTok? Sometimes I tell this question. I know it has been banned in
India.
Yes, okay, but okay, let's face this problem. I have a good customer, and I always tell him, look, you need to have a website. Yes, I have some customers, they do not have a website, and I need to tell them, you need to have a website. And he tells me, why do I have to have a website if I'm already selling on WhatsApp?
Yeah,
he's already selling on WhatsApp. And then the things, when I tell him that there is another category of people that do not trust WhatsApp, and they need to be between brackets a more classical way. So this discussion is very important. It means teaching your customers, teaching your audience all new ways of bringing their business to new people, and finding new audiences and finding new customers for your customers. So this is the marketing thing to do. Yes, but I think that this subject, I will at the end of this meeting, I will talk about that thing, that thing that I was talking to my customer. I think it is more vivid. I personally like it that way.
Absolutely, and this is so important. This is key, actually. So any new marketing platform, when it's pretty new, the competition is low. You can buy your ads very cheaply. But then, other marketeers come into the platform, and your cost per click or cost per action keeps going up. So it's very important to know what's the cheapest channel to get your message across at the point in time. So I think it's a very good advice.
Yes, I think the marketing and the communication overall is a fight. Is a fight for eyeballs.
For sure.
Yes, we marketers, we business owners, etc. We are fighting for attention, and where to find the attention with the cheapest cost. You can
Yeah.
find it on Facebook. Yes. You can find it on TikTok, on Snapchat. You can find it even off LinkedIn. And that can and exploring new audiences, new markets is key for every business. And for TikTok, coming back to TikTok is weird as a platform. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Yes, because the uh, TikTok and Musically are two different things
Yeah.
at their core values. Musically, it's yes, it's like music, etc. It's what people think about TikTok right now. But in my opinion, TikTok is more a learning platform than something else. I think that the future of TikTok will be like a platform for people to learn in micro courses or something like that. I don't know.
I see.
I have this feeling that in the next months, years, TikTok will shift from only music to a learning platform to a more larger population. Yes, but I think it will be more learning, a micro courses than only clips for having challenges, etc. I think it's fun. I like the content. I do have a TikTok account, and I enjoy it very much. Sure.
That's amazing. So, my last question of the day to you, Mounir, is if you want to talk about a book or a person or an event in your life that has influenced you the most. So, we talked about the book, How to Stop the Habit of Being Yourself by Joe Dispenza.
Yeah.
Do you have any other book or event or a person who has influenced you?
Okay. A person I will tell not one but some people that are really close to me. It's my family is that helped me very, very much. My wife, my kids. Yes, they have been key in my transformation journey. And as for a book, yes, there is a book. It's a little bit old. It's,
Okay.
It's. I read it in French. I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember the name. It's called How to Successfully Lose.
Okay. Interesting name.
Yes, it was very fun because it tells you if you want to be unhappy, this is the things that you should do, and you'll find some in a way that the things that you are doing makes you unhappy, and makes you aware of the things that you are doing right now are not that good, and you need to change them if you need to be happy. Yes.
It's a very interesting concept. I'll definitely look up the book. Is it available in English?
Yes. I will.
Okay.
I will try to find the name, the English name.
Fantastic. Listen, Mounir, I think you're an amazing and very inspirational person. I think you're doing a great job. So all I could do is wish you all the best so that you stay on this path and keep inspiring people and keep creating great content and have a positive impact on a lot of people's lives. And I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for inspiring me to start the podcast and to come on my show.
Ran, you are awesome. I told you that the first day, and you are still, and you will be awesome every day. I love your podcast. I told you I already had a first fun. I thank you very much for this invitation. I look joining you again in some place in the future. Thank you.
Hi, Mounir, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can.
So sorry about that. The network dropped off.
Yes, things happen.
So yeah, we're just signing off. So any last word?
Yes, I wanted to thank you, and I wanted to tell you that I love your podcast. I love being here with you, and I was looking forward meeting you again in another episode in the future.
Absolutely, I'd love to have you on.
Thank you very much for this invitation. You are awesome. Keep the good work. Work hard. We will keep working hard, and we will keep updating each other. I think we are more friends than never before.
Absolutely, I totally agree with that. And before we sign off, for if people want to reach out to you, what's the best way to reach out to you and connect with you?
Yes, they can connect with me via email. My email is Mounir Kuskusi @gmail.com, or on Twitter it's at Mounir Kuskusi. You can find me everywhere. On Facebook also, on Facebook/Mounir Kuskusi, also in my page.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Mounir. I'll talk
Thank
to you
you,
soon.
Ryan. You are awesome. Thank you again.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Listen, thanks so much for listening to the episode. I really appreciate it. Now, if you think you have got any value out of this episode, please make sure to engage with the content. My podcast is available on all of the platforms like Spotify, like Apple Podcast, Google Podcasts, Breaker, and it's also even available on YouTube. So if you got some value out of this content, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment, or please download and share it with someone who would get value out of this. That's all I ask. Thank you so much.